student nurse Forbes, and I'm going to be conducting a neurological assessment. So first I will check my chart to make sure that I have the right patient, and then I'll go into the room. Good afternoon, sir. My name is student nurse Forbes. Can I get your name, please? Okay, Mr. John Doe, let me check your ID band. And then I'll check your sheet, your chart. Okay, so once I identify my patient, I'll provide privacy, and then I'll start to explain what I'm going to do. Okay, Mr. Doe, I provided you privacy. Now today I'm going to conduct a neurological assessment, and then I'm also going to test your memory to make sure everything's intact. Is that okay with you? Okay, great. So first off, I want you to look at my nose right here, and then tell me how much fingers I'm holding up. Okay, good. And then how much I'm holding up now? Okay, great. So now I'm going to check your pupils. Okay, so just look at my nose. Okay, the pupils constricted and then it dilated again. Okay, same for this one. So it's reactive. Okay, so now can you look at the pen light for me? So the patient's eyes are supposed to move inwards and then back out. So I'm supposed to check for involuntary movement. Okay, then up, down, side, side. Okay, good. So the patient is now, the pupils were dilated once I put, the pupils constricted once I put the pen light into the pupils, and then it dilated again once I moved it from the pupils. So now I'm going to check his hearing. So I'm going to whisper to him to make sure that he could hear what I'm saying. What did I say, Mr. Doe? Okay, good. What did I say, Mr. Doe? Okay, good. So now, can you put your hands upwards for me, please? So he's going to put his hand up and then down. And then I'm going to test to make sure that to test his muscle strength and resistance. Okay, good. And now, can you touch your nose for me? Just like this. So he's going to touch his nose and then touch my fingers and then do it again. Okay, good. So now that he's done that, okay, can you raise your leg for me? So I'm going to check the resistance to make sure that he could raise it up, and then I push it down a little bit to make sure that his muscles are strong. Okay, great. So then I check both. I always check both the left first and then the right so that I could make sure that it's equal, or if there's any difference in both the legs or the arms. And then let's just say this is a cotton swab. I would have to check to make sure that Mr. Doe could feel it. So Mr. Doe, it's going to be soft at this end. Can you feel that? Can you feel that? Okay. Can you feel that? Can you feel that? Can you feel that? Can you feel that? Okay, so Mr. Doe can feel the soft cotton swab head, and then I'm going to check the sharp edge of the cotton swab. So Mr. Doe, this one is going to be a little perk. It's not going to be that bad. Just tell me if you can feel it. Can you feel it? On that side. Can you feel the perk? Can you feel the perk? Can you feel it? Okay, good. So he was able to feel the prick on each side of his arm and legs. Okay, so now that I did that, because I have a teddy bear, I would then let Mr. Doe walk casually to make sure that he could walk and walk back, and then a little run, like he's catching a cab and then back, and then I would tell him to one foot in the front of the other to make sure he could walk in a straight line. And then I would tell him to stand straight, and then I would push him a little to see if he can keep his balance, to see if he can keep his balance. And then after I've done that, I would check his reflexes. I don't have anything to check the reflexes, but then I would check his reflexes, and then I would ask him some questions to make sure that he can memorize. Okay, Mr. Doe, so do you know where you're at right now? At the hospital. Okay, good. Do you know what year it is? 2020, you're right. Okay, so can you tell me if a cat killed a rat, what would be dead? The rat, yes. Okay, good. And can you tell me 10 times 10? 10 times 10? Okay, good. And also, can you tell me who brought you here today? Yes. Okay. Great. Thank you, Mr. Doe, for doing this assessment. You did very well today. And then I would perform medical hand washing. I would perform medical hand washing and document my assessment.